Throughout this course, I have learned a lot. Starting by global conversation, I have learned how to interact via website wisely. Most important to be wise in interacting. We have been exposed to many examples, such as I will give a very brief example about charity and how you can view many companies that collect money for poor and for poor people and to overcome poverty. You should be wise as a customer to choose the correct company and not lend your money to untrusted people. So we have learned this throughout our semester. We have learned how to interact wisely and with people and with companies such as charity companies. Another point I want to highlight is that we have learned how to interact in a website or in an interactive website with limits. But by this I mean that we need to be wise in stating our opinions. We need to have a strong voice for others to hear us. Another point that I also want to discuss is digital footprint. This is the most important thing for me that I have learned throughout the semester. I have never thought that employers in the future can actually search my name in Google and can retrieve all my past, whether it's positive or negative. That's why it's very important to always be keen in keeping a very positive digital footprint, which will for sure affect your performance as an interviewee or as an employer or an employee in an interview. Which is why we need to really take care on all our activities done online, because once it's done, it will never be deleted. As a customer retrieving information from many sources, we should be wise in deciding whether information exposed to us is true or trusted. So a very important example we got exposed to during our classes throughout the semester in math is charity companies. There are many poor people, poor countries around the world. When you watch these sites or watch advertisements about the companies they're trying to help poor people and they're trying to overcome poverty in certain places, you feel pity for these people, you feel sorry, you need to take an action. This is a very normal process. However, we need to decide whether this company is trusted. By this I mean that if this company will really take the money and it will really give it to the people or to the needy people. So a site that we got exposed to was Charity Navigator. This is a site where you can ask about many charity companies and their history and their process on what do they do with the money that people give it to them. So for me, this is a very important site where you can check where your money goes and whether your money is used efficiently in helping people, or whether a part of the money is only a very small proportion of the money is given to the poor people, and the other part of the method is used in making profit. So Charity Navigator detects all information needed before lending your money to any company. In this course in particular, we have been exposed to many technologies. These are the technology listed in front of you are the technologies that I think is very important and that I think will be of help for me in the future, in future courses or in my future life. Starting with Zigo, I think Zigo is very important because before I knew Zigo, when I surfed on the internet and I really liked the site, I didn't know the technology to bookmark the site or highlight specific points within the site. So one day like after a few days, and when I'm trying to retrieve the name of the site again through Google or through typing the site from my mind, most of the time it doesn't come out right with me, which is why Dig was important in that it can bookmark the site. You can highlight important points within the site that you see important and that you need to read it afterwards, and it will be saved in your library. So it's just like a note-taking book, but it's online. Charting Navigator is very important. I had mentioned it before in the previous slide. EasyBib is a site which helps you in MLA citation, and it contains all type of formats, MLA, APA, and everything. So I think it really helped me in citing my work. Google Docs are very important. You can write whatever you want, and you can share it with the whole class or with everyone, with anyone in your contacts, your professor. So it's very important. Your professor can comment on your Google Docs, and you can also reply. So it's just like an interactive kind of semi-formal writing. And I think ePortfolio, which is an online portfolio, it is better than a normal portfolio with papers, because I think papers are getting out of fashion. Having your your portfolio online is very useful. You can put whatever you want: essays, presentations, photos, videos. But in a normal portfolio, you're only limited with papers. So this is a difference. Another disadvantage of a normal portfolio is that you can lose some important papers, which will lead you to redo what you have been doing the whole semester. But on ePortfolio, you will never lose anything because it's already saved in the portfolio. So these are the technologies I have really found very important, and I really appreciate my doctor for teaching us these technologies.